So Sid, driving around here, it is unbelievable. Nobody was hurt when this thing hit.
Oh, I agree. When I come out of the building after it happened to see what the devastation was, to have nobody hurt here or even in the community is a blessing from the Lord himself, because that's who protected us.
So what happened there?
Probably around 5:30, we had the warnings for the channel. Well, I was watching Channel 7, in fact, and was watching their weather forecast on the phone, and saw that started watching it Mineola as it traveled this way. And when they put the warning out for Morris County, we had gathered all the ladies here and put them in our lower section of our worship center where it was underground. I got all my staff in there as well, and we were sitting there watching, and we were watching it out the windows. And when we saw it hit, we all got back underneath. Probably when it came and gone, probably I'm gonna say 1 or 2 minutes. It wasn't very long when it hit, and it was over with. And we just walked out the door, looked out the windows, and just saw all the trees laying down everywhere. Saw the cars flipped upside down. We had about 50 cars here. The majority of them were damaged. 6 of them were totally damaged. They had picked them up and threw them at least 300 feet. And some of them probably put them 50, 60 feet in the air because we had power lines wrapped around them. So they took the power poles down. And then we've got damage of about 250 to 300 trees throughout our valley. We took damage to about 5 buildings. The building we were in took a damage to the front. The big double tree came down on our awning and took holes in the top, but that's the only damage done to the building we were in. Between it and our dining hall, where it came across, our dining hall took very, very little damage. It had a little bit of wind damage where the suction sucked the drop ceiling inside and dropped part of it on the floor. No damage to the outside other than just a few dinks. We had 2 buildings. One building lost the entire roof. Another one we finally got 5 trees off the top of it. It's probably totally damaged. A little boat shed down on the waterfront to keep all of our life jackets. We've got life jackets scattered from here to who knows where, all across Lone Star. We've been picking up, and that building's devastated. But the Lord was good in protecting everything. You know, we can replace all this that's out here. The thing that's really heartbreaking is when you look at the canopy of trees that we had, and now we have no trees. And trying to replace them, we're trying to look at some kind of a catchy phrase or something to do, put out there to replant a tree, to replant all the ones we lost. But the Lord was good in that aspect, and you know, when I look at the neighborhood not having injuries is a blessing as well. And then the number of phone calls and people calling in, being concerned about what was happening, it's been a blessing to know that, you know, there's people out there that really do care. We've got the Texas On Mission group here. They're helping more in the community right now than they are with us. My crew's been doing a lot of cleaning up. We just have a lot of cleaning up have to do. And it's just been interesting to see how God has worked through different ones, because we have people just coming here at different times. We had a gentleman come in here from down in the Russ, Texas area. He had a big truck in here. He's able to pick the whole trees up off the top of our buildings and just set them off to the side. So the Lord provided the right people we needed at the right time to get everything taken care of.
Well, that's, yeah, and now, of course, you have a whole lot of trees to deal with. You're saying logging companies?
I've got a logging company that's moving in right now to take the trees out. We're trying to help them ahead of time by delimbing trees and getting things done in that aspect. That was a big matter, because that's our biggest cleanup right now, is just getting trees out of our way. We worked the whole first day and a half just trying to get trees on it for where our road's coming in, so we can get in and out of here. And that was always a more difficult problem than anything else, just the traffic. And appreciate the power company. Bowie Cast is our carrier. They were in here as soon as it happened. I thought they told us maybe a week at the earliest to get power back. We have power everywhere today, which is about 2.5 days. They're finishing up. They're doing a good job now of trying to clean up all the other stuff they had in here. But it's big thanks you to the Bowie Cast Association, Lone Star Fire Department with protection around the time and coming in, and just the community itself.
Yeah, you were telling me the power company really came in here and staged and put poles up at the beginning, and then just kind of kept on going down the line, right?
That's correct. They staged real well, because they had brought in, I know, 3 or 4 other companies from around the area. I know some came from Heart of Texas, some from different ones, and they staged them all in here. They were well and prepared, as quick as it is, and have power, because I know have the power nearly to the whole city as well. So they've done a very, very good job in working and getting it done, and I appreciate that.
So you said you had 120 women here. What was that meeting that they were at?
It's a meeting called Tristius. It's a very intense Bible study for ladies. They were here at the time. They were already in the building they were in. They do all this stuff either upstairs or downstairs, so we didn't have to round people up to get them in there. When the warning came up, they already had everybody there. It's a 3-day, 4-night retreat that they are, 4 days, 3-night retreat that they do, and very intense. And they come out here twice a year to do that retreat. And those ladies were very calm. During the middle of the storm, the ladies just started singing down there, just different Christian songs and just singing off. And it was not to see that part going in that aspect. So the Lord was protecting us all through the time, and that's who I give the credit to for the protection that we had.
Now, I guess this building over here had some windows in it, and people kind of were able to see what was going on.
We could see it going on until it hit, and then we all got behind walls to where that's the amazing part. I've got a dining hall that went right by in this building, and it's all glass fronts, and not a window was broken. So yeah, it's one of those deals how the tornadoes do. You never know, what they're going to do here and what they're going to do there.
Yeah, you were telling me that it started across a lake, I guess.
What I understand, it started across the lake, came down the shoreline on the west side of the lake, then it jumped the lake and came down right on us. Over there, they said it was about an EF1 at the most. When it hit us, we were an EF2. We took the full blunt of it here, which was good. I mean, it hit a non-populated area, at least in that way, just a lot of trees. But it was a very strong storm. It was one you don't want to go through them very often.
Yeah, that was, it's probably maybe the most intense storm you've ever been
Oh, it's the
through.
most intense storm I've ever been through. Yes.
Scary moments.
Yes, it was.
Well, it's just amazing that nobody got hurt and all that.
Oh, I agree. When I look around and see what through the devastation through here, that nobody got hurt, and none whatsoever. And it was just an experience. You want to go through it only once.
I bet. You want to go through it 0 times,
That's right.
Actually, probably. So, is there anything you'd like to add?
Just thanks to all the people around, for the community, for the people for prayers that they're lifting up to us, the support we've had from our churches. The camp is owned by 6 associations, about 350 churches, and the contact I've had from them wanting to come in and help. We have more people want to help than what we needed down here. It's chaotic down here when you've got the power company and all these people coming in. And I know a lot of people want to help. The help right now is for prayer. We also know we've got to have some financial support. We are insured, but most people know how insurance is. It's low to high deductibles. I don't know what they're going to cover. They're supposed to be out hopefully today or tomorrow. And just have to wait and see what's going to happen. But we will rebuild. The Lord will rebuild his camp. We touch too many lives when we run 12,000 people through here a year.
How long has this place been here?
Camp's been here 77 years. It was established in 1948.
Wow.
And we do summer camps for June, July, and part of August. We run about 5,000 to 6,000 through here in the summertime. And then from September through May, we do retreats on weekends, and we run about another 6,000 during those times.
So I guess many denominations.
Many denominations.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you very
Appreciate the
much.
information.
Appreciate it. And God bless.